SLMTV. I am your host, Benny Hunnis, and we are in for a great episode today. We have our weekly segment of Body Bets Picks of the Week. And we also want to highlight a woman in sports today, and not somebody who's just completely established in the game of sports and business world, but someone who's on the up and coming, and we're going to get into that later. We also have a life segment to talk about, and we have a song of the day. So let's get into the Picks of the Week, sponsored by Body Bets. This is a public service announcement for our Picks of the Week segment. I have to read a little bit of it and also give you guys some information I want the viewer to know, because I don't want things to be confused while we do this every week. Okay, so first things first. I am not encouraging anybody to bet or gamble or place each and every bet that Body Bod tells us on the show. I'm simply giving his brand, his business, a platform to showcase itself, and also at the same time talk about current sporting events that I'm giving my opinions on as well. Okay? Now, as the viewer, you can make your own decisions off of that. You can choose what you want to do with that information. Now, what we are encouraging is that if you are somebody who lives in that gambling, betting lifestyle, that you join his Discord and have a wide variety of that lifestyle. But if not, do not come to me with your picks and you put this in and that in. I do not care. That is not my lifestyle. We are not talking about that. We just want to give you more information about the sporting events going on, and we wanted Bod to have another platform for his own business and brand. Now let's get to the picks. It be playing games with me, Brody. I can't do anything about it. But all right, so we're gonna get right into it. Last week, we had a cool week last week. We went 3 for 9, and the ones that we missed by 1 yard on Waddle, 50 yards, and he had 49. 10 yards for Boyd, he had 26. We said 35.5.
Yep.
And then 10 yards on Mike Evans, you said 50, he got 40.
And Mike Evans got injured. Then Tyreek Hill, 80, he had 50, 59?
Yeah. Like, looking at the stats, we weren't far off, but the ones we hit on. You said the lock of the week was Christian McCaffrey, 50 yards. He had like 93 in a tud. You're not stopping McCaffrey.
I don't think now McCaffrey, he's on a little tear right now. You know, they talking about him being on the run-up for like actually being the MVP of the season. You know, that's a quarterback.
13
trophy.
Straight games with a touchdown.
He's going crazy. He had 4 last week. He killed me on fantasy. He actually killed me on fantasy last week. I was so tight. He had like over 50 fantasy points. Killed me. Lost by like 2 points.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I was sick, but last week was unfortunate, man. We had some good picks around, and I'm actually looking at my screen right now, looking at them again, and yeah, we came really close. And it's crazy because with Tyler Boyd, he did have a pass over 15 yards that got called back, so that would have covered on that one. And then Jalen Waddle missing for 1 yard is just crazy.
It's crazy. So, but if we look at the glass half full, we got McCaffrey, we got Swift. And we got A.J. Brown, 4.5. And they all crushed those, and those is locks for sure that you said.
I crushed them for sure. So, yeah, so with those picks I'm throwing out, you don't got to really take them as is. You could, mix them up or take them solo. Sometimes I take them solo, but, do them how you want to do them. But I'm just giving them out to tell you what I like.
And right, let me also clarify this because I don't know if you got some DMs, but I got some DMs over some picks. Bod is just giving his opinion on certain picks. This is not the full Body Bets collection right now. We want y'all to get into it and to like what he's giving y'all, the opinions he's giving y'all right now, and get into his own platform of Body Bets. But right now on Slim TV, what he's giving, he's just giving out a small portion, a small sample size of what you can get.
Yeah, because if y'all follow my Instagram page, I literally post free plays they hit.
They hit
more than they lose. If you keep up with them, you see him. I know you don't play him enough, but I know you see the page and everything. They really do hit. So So yeah, like you said, I'm giving my opinions on what I like the best this week. But if you really want the full go on it, you gotta follow my Instagram page and go on the Discord, which is free. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
So let's get into it, Brody. So you got any more tips? Because everybody liked the tips last week. I don't know if you had some like good betting knowledge, but everybody was like, man, he's right. You can't go for the big money fast, man. He's
Hey,
right. You got to
that's
stack your money every day when you really in
look. I ain't
this.
gonna lie to you because I went through that where I picked my 6 legs, 7 legs, and threw money on it every week or try to just like hit something big, and it just never worked. And then by the time I do hit something big, I'm basically getting all the money I just damn near lost right back. So I
Right.
really thought I'm like, all right. So if I take it as if I take the picks I know that's really really like confident in and throw more money on it to flip it every day, that's basically like a job. And by the end of the week, I'll have this amount. So that's why I stay with like 2-3 picks. I'll go with my 1 picks, and throw, money, enough money to flip it. And that's the way I just learned to, make profit off of it instead of going for the big plays all the time. Now, once I have, enough profit, I'll probably save like, $30, $40 for the big plays and then put it on there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I already done won my money back. Now I'm just using their money.
And
Like,
that's the smart tips that I guess the viewers and the audience is loving right now. But so the more
bro,
tips you give them, the more they're getting into betting and getting into that side of the life that you're getting
win,
into.
man. I'm trying to tell you, we're here trying to win. Last week was a fluke. I got on college, I got like everything. It was a fluke. I'm saying, like, that's just we just gonna forget about it though. You know what I'm saying? Great players forget about the play. So we're gonna forget
Yes,
about that
sir.
next week.
We
But
getting back into it.
yes, for this week, so we got the first game I'm doing is Buffalo Bills versus the Jags. So we got Buffalo Bills are basically home, but they're playing in London.
Okay.
My atmosphere is going to be amazing. Buffalo, you just seen they came off a really big dub from Miami. I think they're going to keep that energy and keep it going into Jacksonville, who lost to Houston last week. They got cooked. I ain't gonna lie to you. But so what I'm doing here is they got the spread right now at minus. Let me see. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure because I picked it lesser than what it is. They got it at minus 5.5. I did it at minus 2.5 for Buffalo Bills to win. I like
Okay.
the spread 2.5. I like money line. If you guys want to just take the money line, I also
Okay.
do like 5.5, but I'm more on the safe side. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. So you know me, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. We
yeah,
we know the Jags. The Jags is
okay.
flying around right now. We got Calvin Ridley. We got ETN. What we got
Mm-hmm.
to say about the Jags?
So hey, the Jags are a good team. Not to say they're not a good team, but Buffalo Bills are just on a different level than the Jags are right now. Like the Jags,
The offense is flying.
once they get it going, they're gonna get it going because Trevor Lawrence, ETN, Kirk. You got Christian Kirk. You got Ridley, Evan Ingram. They're all
Right.
speedy receivers. They're all dynamic duos, and their defense are pretty good too. So I feel like once they get it clicking, they're gonna get it clicking. So they just not gonna get it clicking right now against the Buffalo Bills. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie to you. Like I ain't even gonna sugarcoat nothing. They just not like I don't see it now. Let me tell all right, anything can happen. It's the NFL. But in my
Right.
personal opinion, I'm not even gonna tell you like all right, anything can happen, but not now. I just don't see it. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. Josh Allen is on a different planet right now after
That's a
last
fact.
game.
Their offense is going crazy right now, and Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen is
I
looking
say
like
I don't see
Stephon
nobody
Diggs and Josh Allen we know.
like Stephon Diggs. He might fuck around and go for 2 touchdowns tomorrow.
Facts. Hey,
No cap.
but the Bills starting cornerback did just get hurt for the season though. Don't forget about that.
You said who?
Tre'Davious White. That's his name, right?
Oh, Tre'Davious. Okay, you talking about that? All right, that's cool. I thought you said quarterback. I'm about to say
Nah,
hell no.
nah, nah, nah.
That's
The
cool, but
cornerback.
they got I forget what the rookie's name was.
Nah, he's a dog. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
The dog. They got good defense. Now, what I don't like about the Bills is in the beginning of the season they tend to do good, then start to fade out during the end of the season. It's just like kills me. Like I don't know what it is with them. So we gonna catch them early right now. So Bills
Right.
2.5 for tomorrow.
Okay, we got Bills minus 2.5. That's the
My
first one of the day. Is that our lock of the day? That's our strongest lock of the day.
I wouldn't say that's the lock of the day.
All right, we're gonna keep it going then. Go ahead.
So I would say I would say this is my lock of the day for tomorrow. So in tomorrow's Lions game, I was doing my research. Now I seen St. Brown, Armand St.
Okay.
Brown. He got injured. Was adamant. So the second best receiver on that team is their tight end Sam Laporta. So they
Yes,
got
sir.
him at 52 right now. Now I don't know. It might change. It might go up. It might go down because I don't. They don't even have him at alternate. So they're gonna have him by tomorrow. So I want to catch him at that 52.5 early. So if they rise it up, then we already caught it at the lowest. So
Leading tight end receiving yards, Sam
yes,
Laporta. If y'all
50,
don't know that,
52.5. Without St. Brown, they're gonna go to him way more.
facts.
Um,
That's a real good lock right there because Sam Laporta is a dog. He's a rookie, but he's a dog, and he's
he's a
leading the
dog.
league in tight end receiving yards. And without Amon, and they're not feeding Gibbs, we already said they feed Montgomery every day.
Like
Right to
that
Laporta.
now that kills me. Now, okay, I understand they're paying him more, so they're gonna give him the pill more, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like, sheesh, you gonna give him 31 carries, bro, and not going and give my man like 8 carries, and still had like 50 yards for 8 carries. Like, if you gave him 30 carries, he's gonna have like 200 on the ground. Like,
At
come
this
on.
point, I think what they thinking with that is until he stopped toting, they're not gonna stop feeding him the rock.
Now, I did like my man's did make a good point. He was like, yeah, they paying Montgomery more, and they want Gibbs to train his mind. They want to save him probably for the postseason anyway.
They
So they
done
want him
drafted Gibbs at like 10. You can't waste that
right.
pick. I
No,
don't care how much the other guy getting paid.
that is a fact. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, it hurt me seeing him on that, and then he got him to the end zone for Montgomery to get into the touchdown. I'm like, come on, yo. Are you
Like
serious?
you can't reward them. Like
Come on, yo. But hey, I like what the Lions are doing over there. It's crazy because I had them as my sleeper Super Bowl pick last year, and
yeah,
everybody thought I was crazy. And they started
nah.
doing good towards the end of the season. Now they literally looking like they could be some Super Bowl contenders this year.
They looking like the real deal. And they
So,
won 10. Yeah, I said
right.
they won 10 straight last year, so they know how to win.
Yeah, they definitely know how to win. They still going, and they beat the Chiefs this year.
Man.
So,
Off the E-Rock, off the early.
early, I'm telling you, they're not involved early. But going into that, my last pick for that to make it a plus 345 parlay. But if you got they got a 50% boost that you can use to make it a plus 500. Mark Andrews over 3.5 receptions. So he averages, I guess you could say 4 right now. In his 3 games he played, he had 4.
Sweater. You can see the sweater.
Yeah, Mark Andrews went crazy last week. He had 2 touchdowns. Now he had 2 touchdowns, and you know what I'm saying, and Mar was hooping too.
Man,
Mar was hooping too. I'm liking what Mar is looking like. He's silently killing the league, and I don't think people really dig what he's doing right now because they're not even talking about
touchdown each game.
Mm-hmm. And so that's the 3 right there I got for the parlay. I also got a little touchdown parlay, a quarterback touchdown parlay.
Okay.
You could take it at your own risk.
Wait. Let's make sure you said over 3.5 receptions for Mark Andrews in the last one.
Yes, over 3.5 receptions at minus 172.
Okay, and that's slight odds. That's slight odds.
Smooth, because he averages that. And then Odell coming back. Oh yeah, so a sleeper. They have Odell at 22.5. A solo play.
Ooh, hey. If you
22.
watch Ravens games, Lamar and Odell got a connection. He forced feed Odell when it looked like Odell not getting the ball. So I can't see him getting over 22.5.
22.5 is what they got him at. So if y'all look for that. 22.5 Odell. That's a solo play. Solo play.
That feels easy right there.
That feel easy, you do. But the last time Odell ain't had no catches for nothing. But I think one catch is going to do that. I'm not going to lie, because it only took one. It only takes one to get your yard. I'm telling you. So yeah. But so did you got all that down, right?
I got all the picks right now. Okay. We're gonna put them on the side of the screen. We're gonna put the tips up. We got you all. We got everything.
All right, say less, say less. So, like I said, I got this 3 quarterback touchdown parlay that I like for this weekend, and that's Lamar Jackson to score a touchdown. I got Josh Allen to score a touchdown, and then I got Anthony Richardson to score a touchdown. Now, as you can see, these are all dual threat quarterbacks, and they all have got into the end zone this year. So I'm gonna just run that laid back. Like I said, it's at your own risk.
I'm not even with the betting, but I just know that one's hitting. I just know. I'm like, hold on, Josh Allen. We already said he's on a crazy streak right now. We just talked about Lamar. We know what Lamar doing. He just had 4 last week. Like, ain't nobody talking about it. And then Anthony Richardson, that's a sleeper right there.
That's what I got. I looked at it. I'm like, hold on. Okay. I think this is definitely going to be it. So that's what I'm running. I think Josh Allen going to go out there and have some fun. Mars touchdown, I feel like it's a given, but I'm gonna cross my fingers on it because they like to do that to you. They might make the call. Vegas might make a call or something.
Yeah, it might be a ball in the air type situation with the Steelers too, because they try and bring pressure. They try and get Lamar moving out the pocket, and he gonna try to put that ball in the air.
Oh God! So, and so is this gonna come out? Is they gonna see this before the college football game in 2 hours?
Today?
Yes.
Nah, it come out tonight. I was hearing you say the college pick earlier, and I was like, I don't know if it's gonna come out by then. If we got it in yesterday.
Nah, okay, that's cool. That's cool. We gonna do that. We gonna do that for next week then. I'm a you know say have some college.
It's a big episode next week. I got a big guest on too, so you gotta bring that fire next week.
No more. Say no more. We're gonna bring that. We're gonna bring them college bangers as well. So that's a bet.
Yes, sir. So is the QB touchdown parlay? That's the last picks of the week.
That's the last picks I got for the week. Yep. Other than that, NFL looking a little weird to me this Sunday. So that's the most confident plays I got.
It's looking weird. You gotta talk to us about it. Why it's looking weird?
I don't know. This schedule, and the injury that's going on is like I ain't really feeling it. It's one of them ones. Like I don't know. It's like one of them games. Like these games, like you don't really know what's going to happen. And the odds that they got, like they really got Tyreek Hill after having a terrible game to come back to get like 100 yards, which I do see, you know what I'm saying? But you can't take anything under like 60 yards and get good odds. Like that's just corny to me. Like, come on now. This man just had
I think it is a weird schedule, a weird slate of game, a weird roll of events. Like all these injuries that's happening back to back, and then these teams playing these teams. Like that Bears Commanders game shocked me.
That was a crazy game.
That game shocked me. I'm not expecting DJ Moore to come out and drop 230 on them, boy.
No, I didn't expect that. Now I did expect it to be a good game, but I just didn't expect Commanders to come out and like that soft. Like
and after playing boys up.
After playing the Eagles and putting up that game, Eagles.
And it was a good game.
It was a great game.
And they came back both times in the second half, and it kind of showed me what type of team they are. Like they come out slow and just try to pick it up, but it's too late for all that when Justin Fields is throwing 4 tugs on your head.
That man Fields had himself a field day. You hear me?
No funny, bro. No funny. But look, bro, that was the picks of the week section. If you have anything to shout out, I'll give you the free space to openly shout out anything you got to shout out.
Shoot, shout out God, man. He got us here another day. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hold on, I gotta put the air horn on that. Shout out God. Shout out God.
Yeah, he got us here for another day. That's all I can ask for, man.
Hey, God did.
God did.
God did.
God definitely did, man. Hey, appreciate y'all for having me on here another week.
Yes,
and keep up with it, and we're gonna get this popping.
Yes, sir. And we're gonna post all the picks. We're gonna post all the plays. Y'all stay tuned. Bot is gonna go crazy this week. We got redemption from last week. We already know we on this.
We gotta go.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Brody. Stay safe.
All right. Y'all be safe.
Welcome back to SLMTV. This is the life segment of the show. And last week we had the quarter day and we got some great reviews on that. But we want to really talk more about things that go on in life. Okay, so this week we're really just going to talk about what we want to call doing it when no one's looking. Okay, help somebody when nobody is looking. If you want to be a good person, you want to do good things in life, you need to help people when nobody is looking. Because if you're only doing it when people are looking, who are you really doing it for? Are you doing it for the person that you're trying to help? Or are you doing it for the people whose eyes are on you? And that's what we really want to get across, is that you need to be doing it for the person you want to help and not for the people who's looking. And I need y'all to let that sit in a little bit. This is the life segment. We want to be pure. We want to be authentic. And that's what it is at SLMTV. Help someone when no one is looking. We're back at SLMTV with the song of the day, and I got some good reviews on this. I didn't know if it was going to hit or not, so I'm going to keep it. I like it. Y'all like it, so we're going to keep it going. And the song of the day, Guitar in My Room, Lil Durk, Kid Cudi. That was Guitar in My Room by Lil Durk and Kid Cudi. Of course, I couldn't play the full song, copyright. But that was a banger. It's been in a little rotation right now. Kid Cudi verse, each his own, each his own. But that boy Durk was sliding, and that was the song of the day, Guitar in My Room. Here at SLMTV, we all about the shout-outs. We all about the putting people platforms on. We all about supporting businesses. And right now I have a special business to support. My sister, shout out Pressure by Kashawn, is starting a clothing line where she customizes clothes. As you can see, I got the Ravens hoodie on. It's fresh. It got the truss on the back. You can't see the truss, but it got the truss on the back. And I'm going to put the link in the bio. I'm going to show her whole catalog, show all what she has in store, and I want y'all to check it out. Pressure by Katron. Little sponsor, little commercial. Y'all get the vibes. SLMTV. Yes, sir. Welcome back to SLMTV. I am your host, Benny Hunnis, and I want to introduce you guys to our next guest. Her name is LEAH GARCIA. She's a young up-and-coming entrepreneur, woman in sports. She's only 19, so she has a long way to go, but I'm telling you, the steps that she's taking now, she's going to be amazing in the future. So I want... Now I made sure I got it right, because last time it wasn't working. So we had some more recording difficulties, but we got LEAH on, and we just want to introduce her again. This is LEAH GARCIA, entrepreneur, businesswoman, soccer player, and she's on her way to doing great things. And how are you doing?
I am doing great. I want to thank you and your viewers for just giving me the opportunity to definitely be here to kind of project my voice and tell my story and hopefully inspire others. But as a whole, I'm doing great, just going and growing. And that's the goal. So, yeah.
No, we're glad to have you on. I just want to talk more about LEAH before we get into our segments and our different features we got going on today. LEAH is only 19. She's the CEO of the Motivator app while all juggling her soccer career at Lincoln University. So yes. I think it deserves a... yes, I think it deserves it. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna jump right into it. All right, we talking about soccer first. Soccer player. Right.
Yeah.
First off, how are things going at Lincoln? How's the soccer team? How are you doing?
So things are going great at Lincoln, as you know. We miss you dearly, by the way. So you left. It's okay. We'll be okay. Our
We
hearts
miss
will.
Betsy. That's what we miss.
Yeah. But it's been going great. We have a new head coach, Coach Paul, and under his leadership, he has tremendous and big, bodacious plans to just keep growing and building the team and, really win the conference next year. So it's really about the long-term vision. We're still like a startup. So unfortunately, we did have a change in head coaches, which led to a lack of players. But next year, we're just going to rebuild, get better, get stronger. And that's pretty much, I think, what sports is really about and being an athlete is about, is just growing.
So how do you think you've balanced the sports life and school life and your own business that you have going on as well?
That is a really great question. It's definitely super difficult. I thought it was a cliche when people said being a student athlete is difficult. Like whenever I heard that, I was like, can't be that hard. But it
Right.
definitely is, especially if you want to do something like not just have sports be your whole life, right? And I feel like as an athlete, sometimes we get so consumed by our sport and just we're so committed and into it, but we don't realize that we don't just have to be confined to just being a soccer player or being a football player, whatever it may be. We can do different things as well. So I think it gets difficult, like learning how to, balance and juggle, like you said, juggle these different things of your life. But what's really helped me is like I'm a big planner. So my dad always raised me on, the fundamental belief that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so what really helps, like learning how to prioritize my time, right? Because it's not just about time management, like most people think it is, but it's actually priority management. Like, okay, soccer is the priority, but also academics is the first priority because you really, right? Like student comes before athlete. And then also like your other priority of doing whatever else you want to do, like entrepreneurial and wise and business wise. So it's pretty difficult, but I think that's what also makes it exciting, right? Like the journey that you're on to just doing so many different things and being efficient in doing those things.
Do y'all hear this? Like, I want my viewers to hear like your thought process and how you go about these things, because to me it's stressing. To me it's a lot. And
Yes, trust me, like I'm surprised I don't have any grades or anything. Well, hopefully, knock on wood.
See, that's how I feel. Like I don't know when my grades are coming in, but I feel stressed from just balancing all of this at the same time. But I know people like you who have way more than I have going on. You definitely have way more off the field, off your sport activities going on, and you know how to balance it, and you know how to prioritize what you need to prioritize. You know what to put first, where to go. You know all of that, and we thank you for coming on and telling us how you do that, how you prioritize that, and how you move with that in general. So with that being said, we know you have a lot going on outside of your sport, so we want to jump back into your sport. And let's see if you know some about your sport. We got some trivia going on. This is a new segment on SLMTV. It's soccer trivia. We're going to do a sports trivia for whatever sport the specific guest is playing. And LEAH GARCIA is a soccer player, so we're going to hit her with some soccer trivia. Okay, you ready, LEAH?
Yeah, I'm nervous, but it's okay.
Oh.
Confident.
Let's see how much you know, okay? Our first question. Who was the first player to score at 5 World Cup editions?
Is it, do I, wait. Do I get like, is it multiple choice? Like, do I get some?
Okay, I'll give you the multiple choice. I just wanted to see if you knew it off the top of your head. Okay, we have Kelly, Martha, Ronaldo, and you might gotta help me with this last name. I think it's Lothar Mathis.
And who'd you say the first one was?
Pelly.
Oh, it's Pele.
Let's see. Oh,
Who
let's see if it's Marta. Marta is the first footballer of either gender to score at 5 World Cup editions. She is often regarded as the best female player of all time.
Okay, you know what? Power to the women, because at least it was Marta. I'm happy that now people know how much of a badass Marta is, because she really is. She was an inspiration.
Come on, like we got the woman in sports, and we try to put on a woman in sports.
I know.
Pelly named her Pelly in skirt, so we just gonna give it to you because he gave her Pelly. Okay.
All right, so we got the next question. We got 2 questions. Well, we could go more, but we're gonna see how much you hit because you 0 for 1 right now. All right. We're gonna see. All right. What is a soccer field called? And this is like a multiple choice that I'm gonna give you because it's here and there. A court, a paddock, a box, or a pitch?
A pitch.
Oh, okay. 1 for 2. All right. How many you want to do? You want to do 3, 4?
Yeah, let's do 3.
Okay, let's do 3. All right, last one is for all the marbles. You 1 for 2 right now. I'm gonna try to switch it up on what we talking about too.
Gotta put my soccer cap on. Let's go.
Okay, this one might be easy. How old was the youngest professional soccer player? And you want the multiple choice?
Yeah. Are you talking about like professional, like in the MLS or like the Premier League or just in general?
I think it's in general.
Okay. Give
And
me
the multiple choice. All right, I got you. It's 12, 16, 14, and 18.
12, 16, 14, and 18. I'm stuck between 16 and 14.
16 and 14. Here we go. Which one? I need one.
Let's go with 14. I think it's 16 now. Okay, but I'm gonna say 14.
14? Final answer. 14. Oh! All right, let's see 16. Oh! The answer is 12. On July 19, 2009, Mauricio Baldivizio made his debut in Club San Jose de Football Professional FCS at the age of 12. FC at the age of 12.
12 is crazy.
12 is crazy.
Wow.
He had to be a dog.
Okay,
But
we have one more because
you want to do one more?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how you play professionally at 12, so that was kind of a hard one. So I'll back it up a little bit. Let me see. Okay, this shouldn't be that hard. What is the record? Oh no, this is probably hard. This is probably hard. It says what's the record for red cards given in a single soccer match?
Oh wow, that's difficult.
Yeah, that's hard.
Okay.
That's hard. I want to give you a different one.
Okay, thanks. You don't believe in me?
I don't know. That one just seemed like you couldn't get the 12-year-old, so it didn't add up.
12? I think that's a little bit crazy. I mean, okay, who do you okay, yeah, just do a different one.
I'm gonna give you a different one. All right. Because you talked about Pelly. Okay. Pelly played his last game for what team?
Oh, multiple choice. But I know if you say it, I know what it is.
All right, neither Santos nor New York Cosmos. Both Santos and New York Cosmos. Santos or New York Cosmos. It's like
okay, New York.
New York Cosmos? You're 100%?
Okay, Santos and New York Cosmos.
There you go. You knew it. You knew it was one of them. It was either both or either one. Okay. So in 1997, he played his last game.
I'm putting that my record is 2-2.
2-2? I give you 50%. I give you 2 and 4.
Okay. All right.
We might give you a 2-5 because you kind of knew the Pelly one, but we're not gonna give you the 3-4 fully. We give you 2-5.
Okay.
You good with that?
Yes.
Okay. So you did good on the soccer trivia segment, and that's our first time doing it, so we give you the applause. We give you the applause. You deserve it. They're going crazy. All right, so let's talk about life now. So you told us about balancing and prioritizing. So what specific things do you have going on that you have to balance and prioritize?
That's a great question. So when I was in high school, I coined this thing called passion projects, right? And these were projects that I had that I was really committed to, that I found my purpose in. And a big thing that really helps with like balancing all these different passion projects and projects that I pursue is making sure that they're aligned, right? So like a tip for your viewers, I'd say, give free knowledge.
That's
But
what we like. That's what we like.
so a big thing is Pareto's rule. And so it's this rule that goes, if you focus on, you know, the top 2 things on a list of 10, right? Give the 20%, the rest, the 80% will follow. So if I focus on the top 2 things that I have to prioritize, the rest of the 80% of things, the other 8 things will actually follow, because, you know, where energy goes, consistency flows. And those different things I'm pursuing, it'll actually align with the other 8 things that I have going on. And so when I was in high school, like I said, I had these passion projects and I was like, oh, I want to do so many different things. And I feel like being an athlete is really great because, you know, right? Like you have rooted in you this sense of like commitment, this sense of discipline, and like knowing that you have done the things that you don't want to get done but need to get done. And so I was like, I have so many different ideas that I want to pursue. Like, how do I choose which ones I want to do? And that's where timing really came into place too, like knowing that there's different seasons for different passion projects I wanted to do. So when I was a senior in high school, I wanted to have a nonprofit, and it was called Consent Us. And I actually did do it. And we registered as a 501c3 nonprofit. And the whole thing was we wanted to educate students on, you know, how to have healthier relationships, the difference between like unhealthy and healthy relationships. And I feel like it's so prevalent because nowadays so many people are in toxic relationships. And also like just educating, you know, the youth at the time on consent and different things that are really important nowadays that kind of have blurred lines or overlooked. And I did that and I was able to complete that, but it was during a certain season of my life, you know, like a time where after I had done my sports, like I was out of my season and I could just really hone in on that. Then during the pandemic, when all that craziness happened, I watched as, you know, my friends and my family succumbed to, you know, the fear, the pressure, the isolation, the anxiety of the pandemic, and really the depression and mental health. And I realized, like, I kind of had like this eureka moment, and I was like, you know, the only reason that I felt as though I wasn't struggling mentally or depressed or had this anxiety and was really being besieged by these different things was because of the fact that my dad is a life coach. And he, like, since I was little, he would drop like these nuggets of wisdom, and he would just ingrain in me like different ways to cope with certain things. And then also like how to kind of unlock my purpose and really bounce back from, you know, adversity that I face and problems I have. And so I was like, whoa, like, what if we could democratize, like basically give everyone a life coach for an affordable price and have them accessible, the life coaches accessible to them whenever they needed them. So that's kind of how Motivate You was born. And, you know, there's crazy statistics that I could tell you about 900 million people suffering with mental health and, you know, 320 million people struggling with depression. And you know that there's a problem nowadays when, you know, the US Surgeon General says, okay, we're in an epidemic of loneliness. Like there's all these different things happening. And especially for athletes and for people of color, like it could be really hard to find those resources and those outlets. And so that's how Motivate You was born. So we wanted to design an app and a platform that kind of assigned you a coach based off the areas in your life that you wanted to improve and strengthen. And we wanted to give that to people for free or, you know, at an affordable rate, because the market itself is a $48.8 billion market, right? And all these apps are charging like a leg and an arm to kind of get a coach. Like the coaching rate right now is $100 an hour. And we were thinking like, bro, like that's a lot of money. Like how can people afford that, right? And how can they, you have this huge market and you have this huge problem, and the reason that it's not getting fixed, all these millions of people and billions of people suffering with this big problem in this billion-dollar market, is because it's not affordable and it's not accessible. And so our whole thing was, with our app, we connect you with your own personal coach, like I said, a breakthrough coach, someone who helps you not only achieve success but significance, someone who helps you unleash your best self, right? Unlock that purpose, enhance your productivity, help you be more passionate on a day-to-day basis and really stay motivated.
Right.
And we assign you that coach, and it's a monthly subscription. And they have something really cool called dose videos, which are like these 30 to 60-second short form videos that we created that, you know how everyone nowadays like goes on YouTube and TikTok and they like the short form content, like you just like swiping and seeing things. So we wanted to program the human mind and give it like these doses of motivation that have been proven to literally like fire up and wire up the dopamine, the oxytocin, the serotonin, and endorphins, right? Those happy hormones to really happy, to get you motivated, to get you up and moving on the times that you don't feel happy or where you're struggling with certain scenarios. And the great thing about our app is you can literally get access to motivation at your fingertips, anywhere, anytime, and for any situation. So that's really my biggest thing right now in the role that I have is I'm a student athlete, yes, but I'm also like, my plan is to be like a revolutionary, like Latina CEO that's really giving people of minority, of people in general, like the ability to become their best selves. Like I said, like unleash and harness your potential, because there's a lot of people that they have this immense potential. They have a purpose. They all have a purpose in life, but they don't know what it is. And they need that breakthrough to get there. They need to divorce that old story and then marry a new one. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. That's really my full-time devotion and kind of purpose that I feel that I need to carry out. So that's been going great. It's been going really, really well. We're starting. So
Go ahead.
yeah. No, I was gonna say, so we're a startup. So there's a lot of things there's a lot of like obstacles that you find yourself going through with a startup, because one in every 3 startups fail.
Right.
And so I feel like being an athlete really helps though, because it's like when you lose a game, you learn. Every time you lose, you learn something from it, especially in a game, right? Like you learn and you want to grow and you want to get better. So you're like, okay, I made a mistake in the game. I need to adjust, get better, and make sure I don't make that mistake again. So you learn how to pivot and iterate. And so like being an athlete has definitely been a huge advantage to creating this app and startup, and like knowing how to deal like, okay, we're not where we want to be right now, but we're in it for the long run. We have a vision and we just got to stay disciplined. And that's really the biggest thing.
And I want to give the air horns. I want to give the applause, the chimes, all of that, because what you just said was spot on. From startup businesses, from making motivation and life coaches accessible and affordable. I did not know your dad was a life coach. Can you
Yes.
talk about how much influence that had on the path you're going into now? I know you talked into it a little bit, but is he a coach? Like, did he like coach a part of the app? Like, did he have any say so in the app, or like what was the steps in that?
So, okay, let me tell you, working with family is very difficult. Like, I love my dad, and he's been a huge influence in my life in every aspect and building who I am. But it definitely is difficult working with your dad sometimes, just because he knows how to motivate you in ways that others don't. And he pushes buttons because he can, because he's your dad, but ultimately, like, he just iron sharpens iron. And so learning from him has really been a huge privilege and an amazing opportunity, because like I said, he is a life coach, right? And so what he did was, he used to be in politics and he used to be an economic consultant, and then he transitioned and phased out, and his joke is, he's a retired politician. That's his joke. And so he really found a passion for life coaching when he realized that all of the adversity, all the hard times and hardships he'd gone through was his story, and his story would serve as a testimonial to inspire others. So he has been coached by all of the greats. We're talking John Maxwell, Brendan Burchard, Zig Ziglar, from everyone. He's kind of met Tony Robbins. He's met all those greats. And with that, learning from all of them and all the hours of mastery he put into learning, from them and their curriculum, he was able to kind of mold and create his own curriculum that he found really works. So he put together all the best elements from all these other great legend coaches and kind of said, okay, this is what I've learned that works. This is what I like. And this is also the nuggets of wisdom that I want to employ into people. And it was definitely like growing up, like most people and kids are taught like the regular ABCs. Like my dad made learn like the ABCDEs of leadership and all these different things. And
That's
so
different.
that's different. Like he was, hey, what is A? And I'd be like, attitude, action, ambition. And I was literally 4 and 5
Now
for like,
you know it off the top of your head, right?
definitely. And so I came to a point in like middle school where I realized like, oh, like this is really different. Like I started learning that like, you know, I was able to now view things in a different mindset. I was able to understand that I could add value to things in a different way that other people couldn't because they just didn't learn how to. Because everyone is able to add value to different situations in their life. It's just how do you do that, right? And that comes with understanding who you are and what you're meant to do and who you're meant to be. And so he's definitely had a big influence on my life and kind of like understanding different things that happen and how they happen for a reason. And it's been great. It's been awesome just being on this journey with him and you know just I keep learning from him as I go. And we like to say we're like the best daddy daughter duo out there for the startup business. And it's been really great, but he's a huge influence on my life and you know, I owe everything to him pretty much. And that's kind of a big reason why I continue doing what I'm doing is because I want other people to have the same figure and the same mentor that I did just by like happenstance and biological nature. But I want them to be able to have that just literally, like I said, at their fingertips.
That's amazing, and I could already tell just by how you speak of him and how you light up when you talk about him that he's had a great impact on your life and on your businesses that you're doing as well right now. So before we move on to the motives and money, we don't pocket watch, but we call it money. We call it the money. Anything else?
I suggest everyone on here, like I'm not just plugging this to plug it, but you know, right now, Motivate You, it's available on the App Store and Google Play Store. And
Download the app.
yes, download the app because we're giving away a free coaching and trial session. And like I said, it's super affordable. But right now, what we're doing is we're giving it away for free because we want to be able to understand, you know, like the feedback. And we just want to give everyone that little taste into what they can really do and how they can see their lives transform with literally just 2 weeks of coaching sessions. And so I think, and I know, like I said, that we're really taking steps towards this because when we compare ourselves to our competitors and like the rates that we're offering, right? Like for $19.99 a month, you can get your own coach that literally sits down with you and designs this blueprint so that you can not only like leave and lead a legacy, right? But also show and influence people into becoming their best selves while you do that yourself. And like I
Mind you,
said,
you said they're charging 100, right?
yes, they're
Yeah,
charging a
so
hundred.
that's 1/5. That's 1/5 viewers of the
Ooh,
actual pricing.
yeah,
She is
yes.
on it with the app, and she is on it with everything that she's putting into it and the people she's putting into the people around it. And we love what you're doing at Motivator app. Do you have anything else you want to shout out before we go into the next segment?
No, of course not. Just download the app and become your best self today. So take the first steps into helping you and your mental health. That's the biggest thing.
We're gonna give a pause for that for sure. Pause for sure. So now to the last segment.
Okay.
Money, motives, anything in that area we want to talk about. So we
Great.
saw you had a brand. We saw you were getting like an NIL deal from a brand. We know Lincoln is sponsored by Levi's, correct?
Right. Yes.
So are there uh any decision makings in the coming future on any other motives and possible money moves?
Yes, definitely. So Lincoln has been sponsored by Levi, so they were able to acquire that deal, which has been great. So that's really big, especially since, you know, Oakland is gentrifying, is changing, is on the up and up, and they really want to help out. The only university really left in Oakland, by the way, is Lincoln
Right.
University. They want to help and add and build to that legacy. For myself personally, I've had the great honor and I've been so grateful to be and have an NIL deal with Student Athlete Apparel, which is like an up and coming athletic apparel company.
We're gonna put it
And
at the bottom of the screen. Go ahead.
yes, it's called Student Athlete. And it's been really great. I think that NIL deals, as I continue to build my own social media presence and grow, I think it's been great seeing other athletes take advantage of these NIL deals and really grow their own platforms. Because like I said, everyone has a voice, everyone has a story, and everyone has a brand. So it's really how do you how do you showcase that to other people, and how do you put that out there so that they can be inspired and really, start to take the steps themselves to unleashing and unlocking and kind of setting forth their own brand for others as well. But it's been really great. You see like all these, you see Angel Reese, you see Livy Dunn, you see Caleb Williams, all these different athletes, you see Bronny, like take advantage of these NIL deals. And I think that it's great. For a long time, colleges, universities, businesses, corporations are really making money off of these athletes, and they were getting no percentage of it. And so now is a time for people to really just pick up their phone, go to TikTok, go to Instagram, and start making videos. Like start, telling your stories, start using your authenticity to really be great and attract brands. And you don't really need, right? Like you don't need millions of followers. I feel like there's like nowadays this misconception on, having a brand is like, oh, I need millions of followers. But something that I learned from my dad and that we teach at Motivate You is like, instead of return on investment, which everyone says when it comes to stocks and different assets, is really like your return on your relationship. Like, how do you build relationships that are fruitful? Like, how do you network, right? Because networking is huge. Like, you could have 1,000 followers, and that might not seem like a lot, but who is in your network of 1,000 followers that they really have connections, and it's all about the people right? So, and that can introduce you to other people that can really help you grow and spread your branches. So I definitely think that a tip and my advice is really like, start content creating, start telling your story, start using your voice. And for those that think that, I'm not different than anyone else, or that they don't have a story, they're completely wrong, because everyone has this God-given purpose, and it's up to us to really project it to others to hear and inspire them and empower them to really tell others their story. So yeah.
No, that was great, and we love that you were talking about expanding your platform, expanding your brand, and that's what we do here at Slim TV. We really want to give people that we know are in great promising futures, and that has their own brand and their own platform. We want to give them the platform to promote it, to advertise it, and do whatever they can to make it grow and do better and enhance itself. I love what you said about marketing and marketing yourself. That's
Definitely.
what it's all about. You talked about Andrew Reese, you talked about Bronny and how they're doing it now, and they have a big platform and stuff. They have a big following, but it's lower followings now that are making not similar to that, but are still making great money to what their brand is and what they're doing with it. And we just want to continue to push the narrative of having your own brand, having your own platform. And we want to thank you for coming on here and coming to Slim TV, Leah. You were a great candidate for a promising woman in sports and off the field as well. Do you have anything else you want to shout out? We'll put everything on the bottom. We got at Leah Garcia, at the Motivator You app. Anything else you want to put on the bottom of the screen and shout out?
I want to thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure. You need to give yourself those applause as well, because you've been
Got
great.
you. I got you. We know how to use that.
Yes, yes. I am so happy to just see you, not only just be a football player and an athlete, but also look at what you're doing, like stepping into this podcasting space, telling your own story, and kind of a platform and highlighting their voices. So definitely that's amazing. Keep doing that. I'm excited to see where this is going to go. I think that you guys are going to new heights. And I also want to say, like I said, just download the Motivate You app, become your best self today. And right now we're not doing this for profits. We just want to scale and mobilize as many people as possible and give them the opportunity to have access to that leadership, the coaching, and just that motivation whenever they need it. So also, yeah, I just want to say thank you again to you, and thank you guys so much for having me on. I'm so happy.
Thank you, Leah. Again, the Motivator You app is on the bottom of the screen. Leah's in her social media is also down there. And anything else that's linked to her, we're going to link to this. And we thank you for coming on. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
What an amazing job by Leah Garcia. That was our last guest of the day. We had a great episode today. We talked about body bets. My guy came through. He got everything right with the picks of the week. Leah came through, talked about the Motivator U app. You guys need to tap in with that. You need to tap in with the Motivator U app. We're talking about daily motivation. We're talking about life coaching. Everything you need to make things more accessible and affordable for your mental health. So shout out Leah Garcia, shout out Body Bets. This is Slim TV, and we're out.